Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and healthy. I am Gauri Prabhanjali, working as a biology teacher in KGBV Gutti. At present, we are in pandemic situations, so our schools are not reopened. That's why our higher authorities bought this online classes platform to educate you. So, students, all of you utilize this opportunity and continue your studies. Today we are going to know a new lesson, that is our 8th class 3rd unit, microorganisms. While going to start my lesson, I will ask you some questions. Why do we add some drops of buttermilk to lukewarm milk to make curd? Why does even cooked food get spoiled after some days? Why do we get bad smell from our mouth after we wake up in the morning? All these kind of questions were mysterious before 16th century. 400 years ago, there was a person called as Anthony von Leeuwenhoek. He was a fabric merchant. Because of his curiosity and skill, he invented a single lens powerful microscope which could magnify the object 300 times. In the year 1674, microbiology as a science was born. Leeuwenhoek observed a drop of lake water through his single lens microscope. His keen observation of different things under his microscope helped him to discover small moving organisms in 1678. He called them animalcules. Later, these were named bacteria. Along with the animalcules, he also observed many other organisms under his microscope, which got their respective name later on. Let's understand the word microorganisms. This word is made up of two words. First one is micro and the second word is organisms. Micro means very small. The word organisms stand for living beings. Microorganisms means very small organisms. We can see these microorganisms with the help of microscope. Where do the microorganisms live? The microorganisms live in everywhere like air, water, soil, human body, animals and plants. They can live in very hot conditions, cold conditions and salty conditions also. They live individuals in other organisms or live as a colony. We will know the different types of microorganisms. They are protozoa, fungi, algae, microarthropods, bacteria, and viruses. First, we will know about bacteria. Bacteria is an unicellular animal, that means a single cell animal. We can see these bacteria in different shapes like rod shape, spherical shape, and spiral shape, etc. Lactobacillus and Rhizobium are the examples for bacteria. The second one is algae. Algae belongs to unicellular or multicellular organisms. These are plant-like organisms. They have chlorophyll. That's why they can prepare the starch in the presence of sunlight. So they are autotrophs. Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, Spirulina, Ceratium are the some examples for algae. The third one is protozoans. Protozoans are belongs to unicellular organisms. These are animal-like organisms. They have no chlorophyll, so they are heterotrophs. Amoeba, Paramecium are the examples for protozoans. The fourth one is fungi. In fungi, there is no chlorophyll, so it feed on dead and decaying matter. So these are also belongs to heterotrophs. Fungi is a plural word, fungus is a singular word. Bread mold and mushrooms are the examples for the fungi. The next one is microarthropods. Microarthropods living in soil, blankets, bed sheets, skin, eyelids, etc. Cyclops, Daphnia, scabies mites, eyelash mites are the examples for microarthropods. The last one is virus. In Latin, the word virus means toxin, that means poison. Viruses are an interesting type of microorganisms. They behave like non living things when they are outside a living cell, but they behave like a living organism when they are inside host. In living cells, they reproduce just like bacteria, plants, or animals. These viruses caused by different diseases like AIDS, mosaic in tobacco, polio, swine flu, and corona. Certain microorganisms we can see with the help of hand lens or simple microscope, for example, fungi. Certain microorganisms we can see with the help of compound microscope, for example, bacteria and protozoa. But we can see the viruses only with the help of powerful electron microscope. Now we will observe some microorganisms by doing some activities. Here in activity 1, we will observe algae. Collect some greenish pond water in your surroundings. Take 1 to 2 drops of water on a slide and cover it with a cover slip. Observe the slide through microscope. Draw a rough sketch in your notebook what you observed and compare with your textbook diagram and discuss with your friends. Here in activity 2, we will observe fungi. Take a black spoiled part of a bread with the help of a needle on a slide. Put a drop of water, place a cover slip on it, observe it under the microscope, and draw a rough sketch in your notebook what you observe. Here in this activity 3, we will observe lactobacillus bacteria which are present in buttermilk. In this experiment, we have to take a dropper, 2 to 3 drops of buttermilk, crystal violet, a slide, a cover slip, a lamp and a microscope. First take 1 or 2 drops of buttermilk on a slide and spread it. Heat the slide slightly on a lamp for 3 to 4 seconds. Add a few drops of crystal violet, leave it for 30 to 60 seconds and wash the slide gently with water. Observe the slide under the compound microscope. Draw a rough sketch in your notebook of what you have observed. In this activity 4, we will observe protozoans. Take some hay and soak this in pond water. After 3 to 4 days, take a drop of water and observe it under the compound microscope. Draw a rough sketch in your notebook what you observe. In this activity 5, we will observe some microarthropods. Collect some soil from the field in a beaker or in a glass. Add some water to it and stir it. Wait for some time to allow the soil particles to settle down. Take a drop of water on a sample and observe it under the microscope. Draw a rough sketch in your notebook what you observe. From the above activities, you will be able to understand microorganisms are present in everywhere around us. They are present in air, water, and soil too. In this lesson, we identified some keywords. They are microorganism, microscope, microbiology, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, microarthropods, virus, discovery, invention. Finally, what we have learned from this lesson. Microorganisms are very minute living things. We cannot see them with our naked eye. We can see microorganisms with the help of microscope. Anthony von Leeuwenhoek invented a powerful single lens microscope. Microbes are present everywhere in our surroundings. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae are major groups of microorganisms. Viruses are special type of microorganisms which lie between living and non-living organisms. They can reproduce only in host living cells. Now students, turn the page 35 in your textbooks. Here we can see some questions. I think here nearly there are 11 questions. The first question is, which organisms are interlinked between living and non-living organisms? Why do you think so? The second one is, what are microorganisms? Do you find them? The third one is, what type of microorganisms we can observe in a pond water? The fourth one is, whether microorganisms are useful and harmful. How? Explain. Fifth one is, how are human actions causing the death of useful bacteria and fungi? What will happen if it continues? The sixth one is, why the cooked food spoils soon but not uncooked food? Give your reasons. The seventh one is, what questions would you like to ask your teacher to know about different shapes of bacteria? The eighth one is, what will happen if you add buttermilk to chilled milk? Seventh one, how do you observe lactobacillus bacterium? The eighth one is, visit any bakery or milk chilling center near your school with the help of your teacher or parents. Learn about some techniques to culture and usage of some microorganisms and prepare a note on them. Ninth one, observe some permanent slides of microorganisms in your school lab with the help of microscope. Draw its picture. And the 10th one, prepare a model of any microorganism and write a note on them. And the last one, why should we clean our hands with soap before eating? So children, in these questions, you try to answer at least 3 to 4. Thank you.